A vampire story for English learners. A2, B1 level. The Visitor at Midnight. Part 1. A New House. Emma was a university student. She was 20 years old. During her summer vacation, she moved into an old house near a small village. The house was cheap, quiet, and close to nature. Emma liked it immediately. However, the villagers seemed nervous when she mentioned the house. One day, Emma visited a small grocery store. "Hello, can I buy a bottle of water, please?" "Of course." The old man looked at Emma carefully. "Are you the new girl living in the house on Hill Road?" "Yes, that's me." The old man's face suddenly became serious. "Be careful at night." "Why?" "People hear strange sounds near that house." "What kind of sounds?" "Footsteps, knocking, sometimes voices." Emma laughed. "It's probably just the wind." The old man did not laugh. "Maybe." Part 2. Strange Noises. A few nights later, Emma was reading a book in her bedroom. The clock showed 11:45 p.m. Suddenly, knock, knock, knock. Emma looked toward the window. Someone was knocking on the glass. Her heart started beating faster. She slowly walked to the window. Outside, she saw a tall man wearing a black coat. His skin looked very pale. "Who are you?" The man smiled. "Sorry to bother you. My name is Jack. My car broke down nearby. Could I use your phone?" Emma felt a little nervous, but the man sounded polite. She opened the front door. "Come in." "Thank you." Jack entered the house. His eyes were unusually bright. Emma handed him her phone. Jack looked at it, but did not use it. Instead, he looked at Emma. For a moment, his eyes seemed almost red. Then they returned to normal. "Are you okay?" "Yes, just tired." Part 3. The Strange Guest. Jack stayed for about 30 minutes. They talked about the village. He seemed intelligent and friendly. However, several things felt strange. First, he never drank the tea Emma offered. Second, he avoided looking into mirrors. Third, he kept staring at Emma's neck. Finally, Emma asked, "Where are you from?" Jack hesitated. "Far away." "What do you do?" "I travel." His answers were always short. When midnight arrived, Jack stood up. "Thank you for your kindness. I should leave now." "In the middle of the night?" "Night is my favorite time." He smiled again and walked away. Emma watched him disappear into the darkness. Part 4. The Warning. The next morning, Emma returned to the grocery store. The old man immediately noticed her. "You look tired." A visitor came last night. The old man's eyes widened. A visitor. Describe him. Emma explained everything. The pale skin, the black coat, the bright eyes. The old man became silent. Do you know him? People have seen that man for many years. Many years? Yes, more than 50 years. Emma laughed nervously. That's impossible. The stories say he never ages. Emma suddenly remembered Jack's cold hands. They had felt like ice. If he returns tonight, do not invite him inside. Why? The old man lowered his voice. Because people believe him is a vampire. Part 5. The Return. That night, Emma locked every door and window. She told herself the story was ridiculous. Vampires were not real. At 11:58 p.m., knock, knock, knock. The sound came again. Emma froze. She slowly looked toward the window. Jack was standing outside, smiling, watching her. Emma pretended not to see him. A few minutes passed, then Jack spoke. His voice somehow reached her room. Emma, open the door. Emma felt cold. How did he know her name? I only want to talk. Emma remained silent. Jack continued smiling. You invited me once. Why not again? Emma remembered the old man's warning. She stepped away from the window. Then she heard something impossible. A scratching sound. It came from the roof. Jack was no longer outside. Something was moving above the house. Emma grabbed a flashlight. Her hands were shaking. She heard footsteps upstairs. Slow, heavy, step, step, step. The attic door suddenly opened by itself. A cold wind entered the hallway. Emma pointed her flashlight upward. A shadow moved inside the attic. Then 2 glowing red eyes appeared. Jack slowly stepped forward, but he no longer looked human. His eyes were bright red. His teeth were long and sharp. His face was pale as snow. You should not have listened to the old man. Emma backed away. Stay away from me. Jack smiled. Humans always say that. His voice sounded deeper now, almost like a growl. Emma ran toward the front door. Jack moved incredibly fast. Suddenly, he stood in front of her, blocking the exit. Part 7. The Secret. Emma remembered something from a book she had read. Vampires disliked sunlight. She looked at the clock. 5:15 a.m. Only a little time remained until sunrise. Jack slowly approached her. Don't be afraid. It will be over quickly. Emma desperately searched for a way to escape. Then she noticed the curtains. If she could open them when the sun rose, maybe she could survive. She slowly moved toward the window. Jack followed her. There is nowhere to run. The room became silent. The clock continued ticking. 5:25 a.m., 5:30 a.m., 5:35 a.m. The sky outside was becoming lighter. Jack noticed it too. For the first time, he looked worried. Part 8. Sunrise. At 5:40 a.m., the first sunlight appeared. Emma quickly pulled the curtains open. Bright sunlight flooded the room. Jack screamed, "No!" His skin began to smoke. He stepped backward. More sunlight entered through the window. Jack's body started turning gray. "This is not over." Emma shielded her eyes from the bright light. When she looked again, Jack was disappearing. His body slowly turned to dust. Within seconds, nothing remained except a pile of gray ash. The room became quiet, very quiet. Emma sat on the floor, exhausted, but alive. Part 9. 1 year later. 1 year later, Emma still lived in the village. Nothing strange had happened since that night. People said the vampire was finally gone. One evening, Emma visited the grocery store. The old man smiled. "Everything peaceful now?" "Yes. No mysterious visitors. No vampires." The old man laughed. "Good." Emma smiled and left the store. As she walked home, she felt relieved. The nightmare was over, or so she thought. Suddenly, she noticed something on the ground, a black photograph. It looked very old. Emma picked it up. The picture showed a group of people from many years ago. Standing among them was a pale young man, a man wearing a black coat, a man who looked exactly like Jack. Emma slowly turned the photo over. Written on the back were 4 chilling words: "I will return someday." And from somewhere in the darkness, a pair of red eyes opened.